What is up, YouTube? We are freaking back. It's been about a year. This has been something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and when I try to do it myself, it just doesn't work because, ask my boy Mark over here, it's a lot of freaking work, especially when you're doing a bunch of other stuff. So we got Mark behind the camera here, and we are going to be pumping out videos, one video every freaking week. Okay, taking you guys into everything. My life, what I do on the daily, food, training, education. Guys, 5280 training, calculated chaos, all of it. We are going to document everything, and I'm freaking pumped. We finally have time to do it, and we finally are just, this is something I want to talk about really quick and not trying to get too deep on you guys, but I think my self-limiting beliefs have been something that has been holding me back from doing something like this, investing in something like this, right? I've always had the means to do it, but there's always been something in the back of my head holding me back from that because I'm scared to, sometimes I don't see the benefits, or I don't see the worth, and I want that instant gratification. But I am actively working on this abundance-based mindset, and I preach it all the time, and sometimes I need to learn how to adopt it myself better, okay? And so good things are always going to freaking come to me, right? Good things are always going to come. And so I'm going to continue to invest, and give and just do all the things, because I know that the more you give, the more you get, the more you give, the more you get, right? Good things are going to come. And so if you adopt that mindset into your life, everything's gonna be good. All right, so finally getting this going. What I usually do in my day to day, I'm gonna start it off with some coffee. So I got my coffee cup over here. We're gonna start the day off with a good old cup of Joe, and the machine downstairs is BYOC, bring your own cup. So we're gonna bring my own cup, fill this baby up, and then I'm gonna make a reel. Gotta make a reel every morning. Reel, post, and then we're gonna hit the gym. All right, so this is the biggest decision that I have to make every single day. It's, do I want the Sumatra? Do I want the French vanilla? Or do I want the breakfast blend? And there's also, ooh, they got it today. They got it. This is the donut shop. If they have the donut shop, I'm going donut shop every single time. And then I combine it with the Sumatra. Oh, yep, Sumatra. Fun fact, I just started doing the Sumatra, and it's not, oh man. When I was on prep, I accidentally did this. I did hot chocolate, and there's like 40 grams of carbs. I accidentally pushed this, and literally half of my day of carbs was ruined. So that was not good. I recently started doing the Sumatra, and it is like more, it's less acidic and less like, it's really smooth. It's amazing. So I've been doing that every day. Donut shop, honestly, anything that has donut in it, I'm eating it, drinking it every time. 2 pods, coffee, amazing. So guys, when it comes to tracking this stuff, I'm doing this every single day, right? So one of these, so this is the creamer I use. I do 2 pumps, and so 1 pump is 1.5 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs. I just don't track this, okay? I'm not on prep, I'm not like, this isn't dire, and I do this every single day. So if you are consistently inconsistent, so such as I'm consistently, inconsistently tracking this creamer, you're good. Do it every day, don't track it, it's not the end of the world. All right, so we go 2, we go 1, 2, and then we're gonna get 2 packs of sugar here. This is actually 0 calorie sweetener because there's no calories. Why in the world would you use sugar, like real sugar? Artificial sweetener tastes just as good. And if you're gonna say, hey, it causes cancer, right? stop going and drinking, stop going to the bars. If you really care about like taking care of your body, like stop doing that. Stop freaking, there's so many things that people do that are a lot worse than artificial sweetener, right? Like people are probably saying to not do artificial sweetener while they're drinking their energy drink. Like, oh fuck, that's hot. Fuck. Swirl this bitch up. I think I'm gonna start doing a cup from now. This is not as aesthetic. I'm gonna start getting a coffee cup just for the tube. But what I like to do is typically get my cup of coffee, just chill for a little bit. My morning routine is to go on a walk after. So I get my coffee actually, and then I go on a walk, right? I used to do coffee, 15-minute walk. I used to read for 15 minutes. I used to meditate for 15 minutes. And then, as you guys know, I went on a reality TV show in January, and that threw off my entire morning routine. It kind of threw me out of whack. I lost who I was for a little bit there. And so ever since then, I have gotten back to myself, but those aspects I haven't gotten back into those. So, fun fact, I recently just started therapy. It's beautiful, I know. And so I brought this up to my therapist, and she said, you don't have to do everything at once, right? Like you don't have to take on all of those things that you used to do at once. So start small. So start off with your cup of coffee and then a 15-minute walk, okay? And so then once that just becomes habit, add on the other things. And then also, guys, if you don't freaking love the things that you're doing as a morning routine, right? Like you got to enjoy it. So finding the joy in those things as well is super important. Got the coffee. All right, bag is secured. It's hot. It's fresh. What I do every morning after that, after getting coffee, is I spend about 30 minutes. You guys understand. You guys know this. Reels are the wave right now, right? So, you know, once a week I film myself at the gym. I do like a batch of filming and I create reels from it. And I try to provide either, you know, an aesthetic vibe to my reels or to provide education to my reels for people who need to understand that, you know, getting the bodies of their dreams is so much different than what they think, right? Like a majority of my content on Instagram is about diet culture and how messed up it is, right? Because I was in it for so freaking long. Borderline eating disorder, right? Guys, I was starving myself. I was literally going to the gym 7 days a week. I was doing cardio for an hour a day. And I had this idea in my head that I would have the physique that I have now, right? Obviously, like, I want my physique to be better every single day. I'm never satisfied, right? But I had this idea that if I ate less and trained more, I would get this toned muscle, lower fat, bigger muscle look, right? And it took me so long. It took me hiring a coach to really see, like, holy shit, I've been doing this wrong my whole entire life. And so I believe that my purpose in this life right now, okay, is to give that back. And that's why I love what I do. Guys, I'm an online fitness coach. If you are new to this channel, that is what I do, right? I help people see the fucking light at the end of the tunnel, because some of us think that it's impossible to get where we want to be in terms of fitness, in terms of life, right? It's a lot more than just fitness. It's a lot more than that. There's much more. But, you know, I used to blame my parents, my mom, genetically. Like, I used to literally think that I was stuck how I looked. And I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna put the reel that I make, or a reel that I've made, on top of this video to show you guys what I used to look like to what I look like now, okay? Complete difference. And I used to think that I never could look like this. So that's what I do. Welcome to my freaking life. So yeah, I'm gonna make a reel really quick, and then we're gonna go to the freaking gym. We got a push day today, baby. We got a push day. I'm gonna do my pre-workout meal, and we're gonna freaking just have a great day. All right, all right. Dude, it's so fucking annoying. I do this every day, bro. It's like, what the fuck sound do I use? It's literally, it's just all the same sounds, bro. Like, you go to the gym. It's the same thing. You never know which reel's gonna pop off. It's strictly luck. So on Calculated Chaos, we actually just had a reel. It's at 361,000, and it didn't pop off until like a month later. And like, this is literally like, this song was out for so long. And so literally 361,000 likes. And then here is the other thing that just gets in my head, right? And so I'm not gonna lie, like reels and views, they can make or break your day. So there was a span of time where my reels, you know, I had 13.6K, 54, 14, 33,000. So I was like, oh, I'm about to be lit. I'm about to be like big, right? And then they went to, yeah, then they started doing bad. So I am going to get this done because I don't want Mark to be waiting all day on me. So we need to get to work. So I'm gonna just kind of put out a reel out there and not care about how well it does. It's mainly just for the content, the education, which is really what that's if I focus my attention on just providing value, I need to not give a crap. I need to not give a shit about the views or the likes, right? I do think getting more eyes on you know what I'm showing is important to me, because I want more people to like be able to provide or get help from it, right? But it is what it is. I cannot stress out over it. So gonna bust this out. We're gonna post this reel, the one that I made, super easy, on top of this video. So yeah. All right, so we are getting ready to go to the gym, and so I'm gonna have my pre-gym meal right here, okay? And so what I do every single day is a small protein shake, and here's where people go wrong, right? So we have a scoop of the Cinnamon Crunch. This is Astro Flav. Nick P, baby. Nick P saves you 10% off. I just started partnering with Astro Flav. Their branding, their messages, and honestly, their flavors, you know, that just spoke to me, right? So we do a scoop of Astro Flav. This is the Cinnamon Crunch, and then we have the good old-fashioned Pop-Tart. The combination of the protein drink and the Pop-Tart is goated, okay? And this is why, because Pop-Tarts are high glycemic, and so what this does is it shuttles into your bloodstream super fast. And so the combination of the protein drink with the high glycemic index of the Pop-Tarts is gonna make the carbs work more fast, is gonna make the carbs work more efficiently, and then this protein is already going to start synthesizing and recovering while you're training. So it's a great combo. And also there's about 8 grams of fat in each Pop-Tart. And so what this is gonna do, it's gonna slowly release the insulin and keep that energy steady throughout my workout. So we are going to shake this bad boy up. The Cinnamon Crunch is, so these are my 3 favorite flavors, right? Cinnamon Crunch, we have the cookies and cream, and the peanut butter cake. And I just put a new order in for, because, so your boy gets about $250 worth a month of Astro Flav. And so I just put a new order in for the chocolate peanut butter, and I did a big boy, because they do 2 pounds and 1 pound tubs. So I just did a 2-pounder of the Cinnamon Crunch, because this stuff is literally, it's almost gone. I just got it last week. Like, that's how good it is. And then, yeah, oh, and this is the peanut butter cake. This is a newer one. Peanut butter cake is insane. It's so good. And I actually make a lot of smoothies throughout my day. So this is a flavor that I use mainly with my smoothies, because I love peanut butter. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna eat this bad boy. We're we're gonna do that. We're gonna shake, oh my fucking tits. So freaking good. Oh, you see why? Look at this. Look at that. That's why it's leaking. It's an amazing day. It's an amazing day here at 1879. So we're gonna close this right. Okay, we're gonna redo this. I want all of this to be in the video. I want all of this to be in the video. So you guys can laugh at my pain because my hands are about to be all sticky. My floors are about to be all sticky. One of the most uncomfortable things for me ever is having like, cause you know it's like when you see an ad for a drink, like Gatorade, there's like this like super sexy like, see, and then I got it on my nose. I can't make that look sexy. I mean, you guys might disagree. If you do, great. But I can't make that look sexy. So enjoy this very non-sexual, non-sexy drinking of the shake. We're done. I need to wash my hands, wash this bottle, and during the car ride, I am going to crack, and during the car ride, I'm gonna slap this Pop-Tart down the hatch, okay? And yeah, so we're gonna freaking get her done. All right, so want to get this on record. Yeah. Mark over here hasn't tried Astro, and he needs some freaking breakfast. Yeah. So we are letting him try the Center Crunch. This is gonna be a Mark review.
We should put water, right? Or is it
yeah, we get the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, this is how you guys are gonna know that I am not just saying this stuff tastes good. We gotta see what the man, the myth says himself.
And I've had a lot of like protein, whey protein like brands. So
I'm actually, I ain't even nervous. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Let's see, moment of truth. He's trying the Center Crunch.
That tastes like crack. That's actually really good. No, really.
He says that tastes like crack.
No, it's like really sweet. I like that. I'm a sweet tooth.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. Like sweet, very much.
And you
so.
don't taste that protein that most like supplements have. Like have that taste. Like oh, you know it's protein. It tastes like what it is. What is it? The flavor?
Center Crunch.
Center Crunch. That's what it tastes like.
He says, you instantly said, yeah, that's crack.
That's crack, and that's actually really good.
That's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, wow.
That's amazing. Mark my words. I'm not a materialistic guy at all. Like things don't make me happy, right? Experiences do, people do. I was never raised like that. I was never raised to, you know, I was never raised to where materialistic things brought value, right? But there's one thing in my life where when I get this thing, it's just going to be a milestone in my life of like, man, you worked hard, like you deserved this. And that one thing is a Tesla. I'm not a car guy. I don't need a Mercedes. Actually, that's a lie. I love an AMG, but I don't need it, you know. But if there's one thing in my life that I'm going to spend money on, it is going to be a Tesla. And that's the thing that I've always wanted since I started, you know, since they came out, since I started, you know, coaching, right? It's like everything I spend, every dollar I spend is either on food, it's either on myself, my business, and the people I love. And this is gonna be when the time comes, the Tesla's gonna be my one selfish purchase that I earned. And I'm excited for that. That'd be fucking great. What's up, everybody? We are here at the land of the alphas. This is your first time here with me because, as you know, we do have YouTube videos at Alpha Elite, baby, but we have upgraded, and we are with my boy Adam today.
What's up, guys? How we doing? I'm Adam.
This is we train every day together, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of him in these videos. Like Adam freaking moved here literally in June. Like
Not even, bro. I moved here in like, I think July 4th is when I got here.
He moved here in July, and one day I was hitting tricep right there. I was hitting triceps, and he's like, "Hey, yo, can I work in with you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
No, I'm pretty sure what happened. I walked off, and he took my machine, right? And I came back, and he was like, "Oh, you're on this, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, but dude, fuck it, you can work in with me."
Yeah. No, and then like we just started talking. So yeah, that was the accurate story, but I wasn't intentional. So yeah, we just started talking, and like literally, we've been boys ever since. And we train every day, and it's been fucking great. Like, cause I used to train pretty much by myself up until then, and it gets a little bit just boring, right? Like I like having fun at the gym, right? But today we're gonna hit a push day, and my boy Mark is going to make it look really freaking good. I'm gonna kind of go into just how my block's working. So we are at the beginning of a brand new block, right? So that means that I'm only doing 2 sets for this entire week, because what that does is helps you back off after an intense week. And as we progress with the videos, I'll explain more to you guys, because in the 4th week of a mesocycle, and guys, mesocycle is another word for block, right? So your 4-week block is a 4-week mesocycle. So at the end of that mesocycle, you guys are gonna be pushing more volume and more load. And that's like subjective, right? It depends on how you're feeling, how you're progressing, right? So at the end of your blocks, you're gonna be hitting 4 sets and potentially PRing everything, right? So right now is, last week, I was going hard. 4 sets of everything, volume was high, load was high. My body was very fatigued, so we're backing off. This entire week is gonna be 2 sets of training so that we can rebuild that fatigue back to have good sessions going forward. I wouldn't take my shirt off, but you know, we're in a growing phase. We're not as lean as we once were 3 weeks ago. So shirt stays on. If it comes off, it's because your boy's feeling really lean. So.
Right. He's actually trying to get back to like maintenance after his cut. I'm actually just starting a cut. So we're kind of going 2 opposite directions. We'll see how that goes. Because a lot of the times we got to eat together, and we do a lot of things together. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we kind of correlate when we're going 2 different directions. So
yeah, the last month we have both been coming out of a cut. Exactly. So we get sushi every weekend, and we eat like 6,000 calories. I'm still doing it. I'm not going on a cut right now. There's nothing harder than when one person is there's nothing harder than when one person's growing and one person's on a cut. So we'll see how it goes. He's still getting sushi with us on Saturday.
yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying some sushi, but my plan is to do a little mini cut right now before I get back on this bulk. And then fun fact is, when March comes around, if everything's going well and everything's going the way we planned, he's actually gonna coach me for my first show. So,
oh, hey, yo, you heard it here first.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna hit new heights this year. I promise you that.
We're doing it, baby. We're doing the thing. That's exciting. I just got chills. That's the first time he's actually said it out loud. One thing that I've noticed in my training lately is that mind-muscle connection is everything. Contractions are everything. Stretch under tension is everything, guys. If you aren't feeling your target muscle literally being broken down, you are not going to grow the way that you want. It's taken me a while to learn this, right? Because my triceps are one of my weakest points, and I've seen a lot of growth with them recently because I have used different attachments. I've done different ways to because you know, like when you first start working out, you're like, oh, I need to do rope extensions, but that just doesn't work for me. So I had to use different attachments I had to try different ways to make sure that I was feeling every head being hit. And they have grown. So your journey is your journey, right? You don't have to do a certain movement because somebody else is doing it because it works for them. Do what works for you. Do what feels best for you. And you're gonna grow. Doing 2 sets, you have to understand why you're doing it, because if you don't understand why, you are going to feel like you're not doing enough. And so each one of my clients, when they see 2 sets at the beginning, they're like, what the heck, right? Like, I need to be doing more. And I understand that, but it's about the long-term game, okay? And diet culture has us thinking like more is better, and that's not always the case. It's calculated, it's structured, it's having a freaking plan, right? Having a compass of what you're doing. That is what, that shit is life-changing. And so now, like, because I understand why I'm doing it, 2 sets, my 2 set weeks, I'm excited for those, right? Because I pushed myself so hard in the last week on my 0 reps in reserve, on my final week of my block, my most intense week, that this back off week is just amazing. I actually enjoy it. You have to earn these weeks though. You have to earn these weeks.
I'm never wrestle like that.
Oh shit.
My feet are done, hands.
It's a New York thing. So you're gonna be on the vlog. We're filming for YouTube now.
Oh, are you?
So yeah, we're gonna have 1 video a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
I was
yeah.
wondering what you were filming.
Yeah, so I'm just doing it, man. I just want to get the YouTube videos going.
Good for you.
But yeah, this guy, BJJ Black Belt.
That's right.
This man doesn't stop working. Literally, he's here every single day. He teaches 2 classes of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I mean, he's here like 6 a.m. most of the time. It's not 6 a.m. right now, but it's crazy. This guy works hard.
Try to. Got it.
You got it.
You guys.
You got it. First time I ever saw him, it was early in the morning, and he kept looking at me. He was just looking at me, right? And I was like, why is this guy looking at me? And so this is before Calculated Chaos came out.
Yeah, but you had the gear on. You had it.
I had the gear on though. I had the gear on, and he didn't know I was, I owned it. And so he talked to Mike. You guys know Mike. And he's like, I saw somebody wearing your gear, and he's like, oh, that's Nick. And so I was like, is that him? Because I was like, yeah, there's this guy. Like, I was just so confused. Anyways, that's how
we met.
That's how we met. So yeah, crazy, but have a good
Thank
test,
you.
bro. Yeah. That's gonna be a warm-up set because I'm going to explain reps in reserve in another video, but reps in reserve is essentially telling me how much weight to go for the certain number of reps I'm doing. So I wanted to do a set of 12 with this way. Actually, I wanted to do a set of 10 with these 2 plates, but it was too easy. So I'm a little bit past my 3 reps in reserve. So I need to add about 10 pounds so I can hit 10 reps at 3 reps in reserve. Honestly, there's a lot of people in the gym that got some CC gear. We're launching probably beginning of October, end of September. Ready for that because our first launch was so damn successful, and it's just like we had this momentum and then it slowed down because we had to get stuff for the second launch, and so we're just like stuck. Not stuck, but it's just that momentum's not there. And it's hard to build it when you don't have anything to build off of because we sold out of pretty much everything. So we literally have nothing. It's coming though, it's coming. pumps there, I'm gonna take off the shirt. I have been back home in Colorado for the last week and I didn't track a damn thing. So we're gonna see if I'm lean, if I'm not. We're gonna see. So definitely holding on to a lot of water. I think I'm gonna show you guys what I looked like a month ago. Literally a month ago, I was a completely different person because I was at the end of my cut. And so we've just been growing, right? In a year, I wanna look back at the end of my cut and I wanna have 5 to 10 more pounds of muscle on my frame. And we've been growing amazingly in the last 2 years, but if I continue to chase, if I continue to chase the shreds, then I'm not gonna grow how I want to optimally. So we're gonna sacrifice some body fat. We're gonna sacrifice, you know, I wanna live my life as well. I wanna live my life and do things that I enjoy, go out and eat with my friends, with my girlfriend, with my family. Like that stuff makes me really happy. And if I'm too concerned about tracking food, then what kind of a life is that? So we ain't doing that. Now we're growing, baby. Now we're growing. It's too light. Too light. So, to be honest, that's probably too heavy for me for the rep range that I am going for. So, on my 3 reps in reserve week, I probably should be doing, so there's 3 25s on there now. I probably should be doing like a 25 and a 10. So, listen, I'm not perfect either. I still gotta play it out. I did my 2 sets, and so we're gonna move on, but next week is gonna be more of me figuring that out. I gotta get a full rounded session with my shoulders, just to hit every aspect. Rear delts is one of the most underrated muscles. When you have a strong, when you can see your rear delt, it makes your physique look so much better, I promise you. For my accessory movements, I'm gonna do a rep range of 15 to 18, really just gunning towards that 15 reps. So I'll superset my side delts and my front delts. I take a little bit of a break. It's not instantly right after. Just enough time for, really, the main point of supersetting is to save yourself time in the gym. On my push days, they're long days. I'll be here for hours if I don't superset. Mainly what I'll superset is the shoulder and the tricep movement, but today I'm just gonna focus on really optimizing each movement. You know how I feel about these, right? Okay, hold on. So you know how I feel about these, right? What do you think about attachment, right? Like, does it make a big difference to you?
I think it's a personal opinion. Really, it's just going to be based upon like how well you feel the certain attachment. Like the mind-muscle connection that he gets from that might not be the same mind-muscle connection that I get from it.
Preach! That's amazing. Like that's perfect. Like he's absolutely right. That might feel a lot different for me than it does for him. And so that's literally like, that's it right there. That was a great explanation because like, I mean, what, would you rather do these or the ropes?
See, I like doing these because I feel my inner triceps a little bit more.
See?
I mean, I don't hate doing those. Obviously that's a great attachment, but yeah, I've always been a huge rope guy. So.
Yeah. Literally, that's it. That's it. Well, whatever works best for you, do it. Same thing with triceps as everything else. We want to optimize stretch under tension. So what that is, again, you're gonna see me get the most stretch under tension, right? So I still am creating tension with the weight and going to where my triceps are feeling a stretch in it, right? And I go from there. That's how you're gonna grow the most. It's optimal. We're gonna do one more set. This will be our second set of triceps, and then we have a rear delt and then 2 more triceps, and then we're done. That's also the good thing about 2 sets is that it makes your set, like, I look forward to my 2 set weeks so much. I can't even tell you, because when you get up to those 3 sets, those 4 set weeks, you're there for a while. So this makes me like really love going to the gym, doing my 2 sets and getting out, right? Holy shit. So one thing with these two, and this will help you a lot with your triceps, is wrist position makes a big difference. So when because I have to fill out certain movements as I do them as well. It's all about getting in the groove. So if my wrists are like this, pushing out like that, I don't get as much of a contraction, but if I curl my wrists in and push out, that's when I get the best contraction. So you really gotta play with it, find your groove. All right, so we got a current physique update. Right now, I am steadily eating 400 carbs, 225 protein, and 70 fat, okay? So right now, guys, my goal is to put on lean muscle tissue. I understand that I'm going to put on body fat. So this is, I haven't posted on YouTube. Some of you guys know I competed last October, got 3rd place. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Prepping for a bodybuilding show really showed me how much more I value enjoying my life. Because guys, prep is hard, man. 16 weeks of my life was pretty much taken away from me. And if you look at it like that, it's pretty negative, right? I gained a lot from that show. So I don't know. I want to put on a lot of tissue before going into another bodybuilding show, right? And I need to make sure mentally, life, everything's good, right? So I do want to document, see where I'm at now. So this is current men's. I do men's physique, so this is current. Fuck. It's been so long, I forgot what to do closing. I just want to get my bag. I think I could maybe do a front pose in my next show. Just chill. Some people post up just like this. I don't know if I can do that. This is my strong pose really right here. But we are still relatively lean. I've been doing 4 cardio sessions per week. I'm going to start slowing that down, taking them out, so I'm not burning too many calories. I really want to use my food and put on good tissue, right? And put on good tissue, right? So, yeah, this is where we're at. And I'm excited to see in a year from now where we're at. We're growing though, we're growing though. That's the point. You have to be okay with putting on body fat in order to put on muscle, guys. You have to earn your cuts, right? A lot of us go into cuts year round and we're not happy with how we look because when you do that, you're losing muscle. You're losing muscle, and then you turn into what we like to call in the industry skinny fat, okay? So you need to be able to eat more food, get your metabolic rate up, okay? And put on fucking muscle. Guys, the name of the game is muscle mass. So I'm excited. Now, what we're gonna do, I'm freaking starving, all right? So, we're gonna go to Costco. I'm gonna show you guys what I eat. I'm gonna take you guys through an entire Costco haul. Everything that I get, everything that you can get to save money, have enough food for your bulk, for your cut, everything. Let's do it.